All right, well, let's get started. Hi guys. How's everybody doing? How we doing? Let me read the chat. Actually, I've been setting up. Hi guys. Hi Mr. Pear and King. Your day's doing good. Oh, we're sad? Why are we sad? Dino time. It's dino time. Time for dinos. Well, not really. Kind of dinos. Um we're going to build things today. I'm in a creative world because I want to do creative stuff and plan things ahead. Um, but yeah, how are we doing? We doing okay? We all doing good? If you're watching in the future, this is gonna be the next episode of the Dinos World. That I'm currently I finished the next one. It's coming out tomorrow. And this is going to be the episode after this. This is going to be our visitor center. And I've kind of gotten started a little bit, just a little bit, on the design. But this is going to be huge. So I thought I'd just do a chill stream today. I just got off work like a couple hours ago. And figured I'd just kind of plan it out with you guys live on stream. So that way you guys can give some input. I know it's a little later than I normally stream, so if not a whole lot of people come today or show up, not too bad, honestly. I won't be too upset. But basically, I'm just gonna keep designing in this world, and then eventually we'll build it in the Dinos world. But I'm gonna just kind of let's figure out where we want to start. I feel like let's see. I've kind of been working on it a little bit. Yesterday is when I started this, so I figured, I'm not too far ahead. So I think I kind of want to mimic this thing that I built, and I have to be very careful not to spoil anything. There's builds on this world that you probably will eventually see, but I built this a while ago as an office space for just a thumbnail. And I kind of wanna use this design almost in the visitor center, so that way I have an office. So how big is this room? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it's 13 blocks wide, which means it's actually 11 blocks of an office space. So that's good. You can also see not the spoilers in the background, but that's the green screen I used to make all my old thumbnails. If this is what this world has been around for I want to say 6 months, where I've just been kind of building random things here and there. The gazebo for the swamp is back there, stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of weird not having a whole lot of game sounds. Maybe I turn the let's turn the music on, so that way hopefully we'll get some Minecrafty music. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. I need to check to make sure my streaming going good. Okay, cool. We're good. We're all fine. There we go. I can put you right there. Cool. Okay. Let's start with kind of this front entranceway, I want to say. Let's do... So I also have Axiom installed, which is kind of what I'm going to play around with today and use a lot of the Axiom tools. Hopefully is kind of another reason I'm doing this, is I want to get better at using Axiom. Do I do dark oak? Or do I do dark oak up here maybe? And then do a spruce floor like I had. Hold on, I'm going to try this. This whole stream could be really bad and we never end up using this design. Because, it could come out really, really badly. But if it doesn't, and it looks really cool, then we can keep it. But yeah, I just wanted to build off of work, and there's a video coming out tomorrow, so I can't stream all weekend. Hi Ryan. This here build will be the visitor center, hopefully, if I can build it right. I'm thinking that it's going to be essentially kind of like the Jurassic Park Visitor Center, but also kind of like a National Parks Visitor Center. Didn't want to do that. Okay. I messed up already. You can see my lack of building knowledge in Axiom. Basically, it's going to kind of serve as kind of like a museum. I'm going to have several fossils displays. I'm going to have like a members list. So if you become a member on my channel, I'm going to like, put you in the Dinos world basically. So like I want there to be a physical thing in my world so that when people get like the world downloads and stuff, they've got a thing in the world that they can like go and find, oh, there's my name, you know? So kind of like Stampy's Lovely Garden, but like just on a wall in here. I also kind of am thinking I might keep like world maps and different like kind of cool memorabilia from the world. So like my first set of armor from way back way, like it'd be almost a year old. So just like kind of stuff like that. Like this room I'm thinking is gonna be like fossils display, and you'll be able to see it through the window. And so when you're walking along the path, you'll see like all the dinosaur skeletons. I think it'd be really, really cool. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep playing. I'm gonna actually change the time set or time add 1000. That's better. That's better. I still kind of want the shadow because I'm very pale. I've not seen the outside world in a very long time, which is kind of a problem. But you know, it is what it is. I get to play video games. Let's see. Are there any cool? Okay, we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of fill this out. So I'm gonna kind of make this the front room. And so this will kind of just be the front entranceway. There will be a front desk here. And so you'll come in, you know, through the doors, check in at the front desk or something, or like ask if you need any help or whatever. But there, and then you'll kind of like go into the fossil display. This could be like, I'm thinking like the map could go like right there, almost. Good night, Ryan. Sleep well. And then what else? I think like a library back here would be really cool. To kind of like just like you come through and then here's all like the park records and stuff. It's kind of hard to explain without the rest of the Dinos world right there, but you know, I wanted to design in creative, and maybe in a bit we can carry the we can carry like this over, like we could just like copy and paste it into the Dinos world. I think that could definitely work, and we could like see how it would look and see if we can fit it in. I don't think I have Lightmatica installed would be the only problem I have with that. So we'll just have to see what I can manage. Here, actually, I'm gonna change this to be the dark oak along the back here. So that way it ends up in the... So this will kind of be like an interior wall almost. Very nice. And then this, like, flooring, I'm going to switch over to spruce. And I can do... Or do I do something else? I could try and find something other than this wood pattern for the opening. Let's see, what do I have available? I could probably do... Oh, I need to turn off the replace. But yeah, hopefully throughout the entire, like, this whole, like, kind of, not live stream, that's the word I'm looking for. We can kind of get something decent done. Stone, let's see here. I could do... I wish I had the new lodestone texture, or new lodestone, crafting recipe. But I don't, alas, because I'm in an older version. I think... Let's see if I could... Not that. Polished. Let's see if we could throw in... Not a checkered, I don't think. Is it blast furnaces I'm thinking of? It is. No, that's too industrial. What would be a good flooring? Oh, and if you guys have any ideas throughout today's stream, I'll probably remind as we go along, just because I know I'm speaking to like 4 of you, but you guys are the real OGs for being here. But if you guys have any ideas throughout the stream and you just want to be like, hey, maybe try this block, shout it out. I'll try and like pay attention and make sure that we try. I really want to get your guys' input on this, because this is meant to be like a community building. So I kind of want you guys to have like input on the whole creation. That's actually why I streamed this today, is because I was like, well, I kind of want some of the community to like tell me stuff about what they want. I think, what if I did this and then stone? Where was the this is cobblestone. Where's regular stone? I will say the bad thing about chipped is there's just so many blocks that I can't ever figure out where everything is. Let's try this. See if we can create a cool checker pattern. Maybe let's just do andesite, like unpolished andesite. That might be the move, right? Or do we think it might be polished? Yeah, maybe polished. I think we'll go along like this. But yeah, so today's probably not going to be the most exciting stream, and I'm probably going to go quiet sometimes while I think about what blocks I'm placing down. But hopefully it comes out really cool, and it's something I can be proud of, you know? And then I think we'll do, let's do this. Because I'm kind of on the fence, I might end up putting a parking lot out front. Because the park so far in the Dinos world is just all dirt paths. And so everything like is connected and it looks really cool, but I'm like, well, how do you actually get here? You know, like how do you actually get to the park? So I'm kind of thinking that like I might put in some kind of what's it called? I might put in some kind of like roadway where we're currently working in, or like for the info center, and it's just like you come to the info center and then you go hiking through the rest of it. So that way it kind of all feels like a little bit, because I also thought about that for the aquarium, because the aquarium you know, is just kind of standing out in the middle of the nowhere. Like there's a big like path to it and everything, but even still, it's just a little weird that it's all the way out there. So I don't know. Stuff like that is something I'm like thinking about, trying to make the world feel a little bit more, I guess, like connected to something on the outside of it. Give it a little bit more lore, I guess. I know, lore. But I don't know, just trying to think of some things I can add that actually like make the things look a little bit better, because as much as like having a build there looks cool, the surrounding environment is always like 10 times more important. So like being sure to have like something that ties it in. And currently the aquarium does feel a little bit weird just standing out in the middle of a field. So, don't know. Oh, you're back, Mr. Pear. Kind of just building. We're building the info center. This is going to go into the Dinos world whenever I get around to making the next episode after the one that's coming out tomorrow. I got done editing yesterday. I thought I would still be editing today, and that's kind of why this is an impromptu stream of just me building, because I thought I would need to do more stuff. But typically I can't really like stream before a video, or like after a video comes out for a bit, or when I do, it just kind of, it hurts the performance of the video. So I've kind of decided that I'm not going to stream this weekend, because the video is coming out tomorrow. So I figured today would be my last day to get a stream in before like Monday or something. So yeah, we're getting a stream in. We're doing some streaming things, and hopefully I get something actually done today that's you know, somewhat good. I think. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll just kind of... Because this is gonna go... This is where it becomes weird, because I've used dark oak down here. And I also did the tables out of dark oak. I think it kind of works just because this is so bright. Or maybe... there's gonna be a lot of considerations, and so again, if any of you have like anything you want to input into, like, hey, maybe try this, more than welcome to. You are more than welcome to give me like some suggestions and stuff. Maybe we make these into spruce. I'm gonna come back to the display tables later, because I don't even know where they're gonna go at the moment. But I do know is that I kind of want... This is tricky, because I'm kind of liking this. Like, this is kind of looking cool. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 5. I'm gonna extend this up another 2 blocks. I'm also gonna really try and actually use Axiom today. Mostly because I have it installed, so why not? Why not try and learn a little bit? And that feels nice. I think we could break it up with some mangrove, maybe? Or is there any dark oak things? This might be interesting. We're just gonna... No, I don't like that. Oh, and if I try and... Let's see if we can put like a shadow on it, kind of. Opinion on Hightail? I don't really know if I'm like... I don't think I'm informed enough to give my own opinion. I think it looked cool. To me, it just kind of, like... I know it's a very standalone game. Like, it in Minecraft, its similarities, like, end basically at, that it's a block game, you know? Like, so that's where, like, all the similarities end. So, like, for me, it looks cool enough to, like, warrant playing, maybe. But I don't know if I'll personally play it, myself. Just because it is more of an RPG game, and that's not something that I really enjoy, that often, so... We'll, like, experiment with these shadows once I have more of a clear picture of what the thing is gonna look like. But I would say that maybe we put some windows on it too. How many did I just did 3 gap and then a 2 block window, which means I would have that. That's kind of interesting. Let's do... Is there a dark red block that I can use? Like a really, really dark red. I guess mangrove, right? Mangrove is kind of a dark... Not that. Mangrove. Okay. What if... Hear me out here. You gotta you've gotta do it. Because once you do it, it like really makes it pop. So I don't know if this makes any kind of sense, but we're gonna add... that's too thick for how small this is. This needs to go up. Everything needs to go up 2 blocks. I think. In my professional, not so professional opinion. 1, 2. So now, what if I did this. Right. And so these will be, let me get some glass panes. We'll do, I'm just going to do placeholder ones until I find a texture that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like this. And yeah, if I go really quiet during this, I am very sorry because I am kind of like building, and I've been at work all day. I've started a new job, which is kind of fun, but it's also really, really, really exhausting. So I got home most days and was like, oh, can't do anything. It's interesting so far. I think if I throw this along, and if we grab a slab, maybe. Where is this? Throw that along like there. I think it could work in the end, but it might not look right now. It kind of looks bad right now, but I need trust. I need your trust. Was that dark? Kind of almost like a red? That's not what I wanted. Or honestly, that might end up replacing it, but who knows? I try and use more Minecrafty blocks whenever I'm building a structure. I mean, like, obviously I've used the chipped variants already a ton, but I want it to still look like you could just build it in Minecraft, which, I don't know how I'm succeeding so far. But I think one thing that might help is if I actually do what I'm intending to do, which is gonna just be, I'm gonna stack this along. Hey, what's up, Reptile? How you doing today? How is everybody doing today? I want to hear how everyone's days was. I want to know. I want to know what everybody's up to. We're just here for some chill vibes tonight. Okay, so if that is how that is, what if I throw this in and then this one? You're good, Reptile. How was mine? Work mostly. I just worked today. It was interesting. I'm kind of still in a training phase, so I'm kind of just like there some of the time, it feels like, but so far so good. Okay, so this is a thing that is occurring. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, this might amount to nothing, and I might never use this design, like, ever. So just bear that in mind. So if no one watches this stream, it's okay, because maybe no one will ever see that. But if you're watching currently, this might be the only time you ever see this build, because I might, at the end of the stream, decide that it's absolutely atrocious, and not end up using it. This design will probably go through several iterations, just because it's meant to be like the visitor center for the whole park. So I really want it to be good. And if it's not good, then it's not going to get built, is my philosophy. So I kind of feel like that's cool, right? And then we're gonna I'm just gonna see if I can fill in with all this. Like so. Oh, not that. I've gone too far. You just got back from school? Nice, nice. I do not envy those days. But it was always nice getting back from school, and then you just kind of get nothing to do the rest of the day. Unless you have homework, which kind of sucks, and I'm very sorry if you do. I hate homework to no end. I think, I don't know, I think I'm gonna do this. 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 I think I'm gonna This is good. We should be able to get a lot done because I'm using Axiom. So, like, that job that would have taken me, like, probably, like, 30 minutes, I want to say, just took, like, 2, not even. So, not that. This. There we go. Like, that whole filling in job would have taken me, like, at least 10 minutes, I want to say. Or at least 5. I don't really know what I'm saying right now. I think up here would be cool to have, like, a patio area. So we'll come back to this, I think. Like, kind of like a seating area where you, like, can just come out and look out over the park. Because this is going to be on some kind of hill, is my vision. My vision is for this to be on some fashion of a hill. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen. Okay. Okay. So far, we're in a place. It's the seeds are there. It could get better. It can only go up from here as we keep adding things. I think that one thing that'll elevate this is I actually pick out what these are going to be. And I don't know exactly what, but we can try out a couple different. That might be cool. Ooh, what if we did along the top here? That's kind of cool. Hello, Jurassic Pixelation. Huh. That's a fun name. How you doing today? Doing good? I think that's cool. Now let's see. Hello. That's a lot of highs. I did see him. Hello. Let's see. I think that's cool. We'll do... I want to say something like... Not that. That is not what I wanted. Take that away. Hey! Hi, Jess Dragon. How we doing? Doing good? Maybe something like this. And then... Fences. I want to say... to throw them there, and then maybe just a row of trapdoors. I don't know. I don't know if that's cool enough for what is supposed to be the main entrance to the info/visitor center. It's getting there. Like, maybe I don't do this red. Yeah, I don't know if I like the red. Or, like, at least not the way I've executed it right now. I feel like it's too in your face at the current juncture. Okay, that's better. Maybe we'll revisit the roof in a bit. But that kind of looks cool, like as the front. Oh, thank you, Jess. So currently, this is going to be the visitor center. It's going to be the video that I work on after tomorrow's video, which again, video coming out tomorrow. I finished editing last night, which was ahead of schedule. Well, not ahead of schedule. The video was late, but ahead of schedule of what I had planned for this week. I had planned that I was definitely going to get it done on Thursday, but I got it done yesterday. And today is Thursday, so I figured why not stream? Work on whatever this is going to be. You know? I think one thing for certain is that we can definitely put some birch leaves and some acacia leaves. And we will actually, because people have pointed out that I do not use the actual fossils and archaeology plants, so we are going to attempt to throw some of them in. So we're gonna really try and throw these in. So I think something like this. It doesn't have to be crazy. But just something along the lines here. One more back. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's a little pop of color. A little green in your life. Which is really good. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. And then we'll try and mix in some of the plants. Let's see if they're... Can I just get the fully, like, grown ones so I can, like, see what they look like? Yeah, there we go. I feel like these guys are a must. We're gonna try these guys, these guys, these guys. I've always kind of liked those. And we'll try these. Maybe this. I don't know, there's a lot of plants, and they've all got their own little vibe. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's neat. Okay. Also, notice how the these things are flipped, I want to say. Because this one is the large one, but it looks smaller in your hotbar. So, make that make sense, Fossils devs. Yeah, I'm shouting you out. I love you guys, but what is that? Okay, and then I think kind of like that, and then we'll do some rows of flowers in little pockets like this all the way along. And that's already elevated the build like just that extra bit, which I very much enjoy. We'll do some grasses, I think, to fill in the rest of this. Maybe some more. Lord Breno, hello, how we doing? I hope I said your name right. We are building, so this is going to be in the Dinos world. This is going to be the visitor center. That will serve as the info center as well. So it's going to be a kind of a 2-for-1, where we're working on basically the entrance to the park, or like the first building you should come to when you enter the park, and also where you go to if you're lost, if you need like directions, if you want to go to the gift shop. Like, this is going to be kind of an all-in-one park building, I wanna say. It's gonna have like the members list of all the members to the channel, so kind of like Stampy's Lovely Garden, if you grew up watching Stampy like I did. That's kind of what I'm gonna put in here as well. Some like fossils displays that you can see. Oh, Jess, the prehistoric plants are doing it for you. Okay, I will say in this context, they look really, really good. The music is always so loud, but it's only on 9%, but it's still so loud. Cool. Let's do... Yeah, okay, so this is gonna be like fossil display room number 1. So this will be like probably like a T-Rex or something impressive for the window view, and then it'll go into another big room that'll be even more fossils. This is probably going to have, like, when you walk through this doorway, it's going to be the most current world map, I want to say, is going to be right here. So that way you get just a really, like, up-to-date, accurate map of what the park's looking like. We're going to actually need to do... Honestly, what if I just did this in here? Kind of just made it like that. That kind of works, I want to say. And then we can do... Honestly, what if I actually instead kind of brought this whole bit out? Kind of like the Jurassic Park Visitor Center. But So my park is kind of different. I want to say different, but not that different from other parks. It kind of is a national park, almost as if dinosaurs never went extinct. So, like, what would it be like if you went to Yellowstone and instead of bison everywhere, there was Stegosaurus wandering around? That's kind of like the vibe I kind of try and build as. I don't know if I've always succeeded in that with some of the builds I've got in the world currently, but that's the vibe I attempt. So, this is kind of like if you go to a national park or something, especially in the United States, like there's always a visitor center that you can go. That's where you get your like maps. That's where you go to the gift shop. That's like, you know, where you buy your tickets to go on the special tours. Like if you live in if you live like kind of where I do, one of the very popular national parks is in Kentucky. They've got Mammoth Cave National Park, and it's a really really cool like experience to like go to the visitor center. You can buy your ticket, go like explore the cave and stuff. And that's kind of what I wanted to like kind of base this off of. It's just some kind of like park visitor center that you can like start and kind of go through. That original Jurassic Park visitor center is iconic, but I can't build it, you know, because so many people have already done it way better than I ever could. Like maybe one day I'll do like a Jurassic Park like build in like what's it called, in like creative or something. But for my single player world that I've been doing, kind of just making it feel like a national park. Yeah, Yellowstone with sauropods basically is the vibe I'm like trying to go for. But I think this room looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this. I want to say I don't know. Oh, did I just get a... Never mind. I think this is looking cool. We need lighting, and then I also... Should I make the roof different? Because I could do a slab on the bottom, I believe. It might be beneficial to do something a little bit, like, less bright. Ooh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna try the spruce first. And if we don't really like it, we can replace it in a minute. Actually, wait, I can do the thingy with the here, and we'll just do that. And what if you could have... Yeah, that is kind of like the whole thing, is that you could like feasibly have a dinosaur as a pet as well in the what's it called? Ooh, maybe, okay. You said vents, but I instantly thought like skylights might be really cool. So we might try some skylights here as well. It's just the only problem I see with that is that the upper floor is meant to be kind of a sitting area and like planters, some more planters up there. But we'll see what we can fit like once we get to work up there. But we definitely could like throw in some skylights, especially on like the dinosaur displays. Like I think that a skylight there would be cool. Like a skylight there. And then we can throw another one here. That's like just the 3 skylights we have, right? I think, yeah, I think like that could be cool, like to have just some of that natural lighting come in. Should I do one here? Let's see, what do we think? Do we think the 3 there and then the 1 there? It's kind of awkward with this one here, but we could also maybe do one like that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let's kind of work on this room. I'm thinking this one's gonna be another just a full dark oak, like walled room. So we'll do this along, not this. There we go. And then we'll throw this, throw this, throw this. Or or hear me out, a circle opening with railings around them so that the guest can look down onto the ground level. Ooh, that could be cool. Kind of like a glass floor. I could play around with that. I could look into it. For this one, so this floor is kind of like gotta be between the two of these like colors. So I'm thinking honestly we do spruce as a floor in this room specifically. Well, Mr. Pear, I invite you to watch the video that's coming out tomorrow because it's the Mosasaur time. I won't do that in this building just because I already have an aquarium built in the world. If you want to go check out the playlist, there's all those videos. There is a massive aquarium that I've spent like a long time working on, and tomorrow's episode's coming out at noon EST is all about the Mosasaur Lagoon that's directly next to the aquarium. So if you want to see some like fishes and stuff and all the aquatic creatures, go check out those videos because I think I've done like 4 of them on the aquarium just because it's so big. I've done all of the like the tide pool, like I did a tide pool exhibit, I did a living fossil exhibit, and then I did like a big underground like mega hall for the aquarium. And then I've also kind of mixed in just different things here and there that all kind of go into that whole aquarium vibe. So I really go check them out because there's a lot of work behind them. Put a little love into those videos, you know. Let's see, what are we saying? Open floor plan on the center of the seating area on the roof. Ooh. Yes, I could definitely. So I think we'll go over there in a second. Let me do this like small room because it's small, and I can. What the big thing you do when you're building is do the small things whenever you don't know what to do next. So that way, when you actually get them looking in a way you want them to, you feel a sense of accomplishment. Okay, that's cool. Now what I kind of want to try is, let's see what slabs we have. We could do this. And I think we're gonna do a little trick. Not that. Are you going to have viewing domes inside of the tanks like they have in Jurassic World Evolution 2? What tanks? The viewing domes, like, so the ones that are like under the water, but it's like a dome, so you can like go under the sea. There might be plans for that. Tomorrow's episode is mostly just the enclosure, and I'm gonna do probably the viewing stuff next episode, just because I didn't have as much time as I wanted to work on those. The video that's coming out tomorrow is really late, mostly because of the holidays, but also because I started a new job, so I haven't had a ton of time to fully like dedicate to that video. So that's why I'm really excited for it to actually, you know, be done. Because I've been working on it for forever, it feels like. Not really forever, but it has been a minute. Because I think the first stream I did on the Mosasaur stuff, I want to say was in November. But I could be wrong. Like, really late in November. But it might have been in December. I don't know. Although all those kind of weeks have been running together. Because I was just on, like, Christmas break and stuff, so. So this is going to be kind of a hallway room. So, why not make it a little bit ornate by doing one of my favorite roof designs, which involves mangrove slabs, and smithing tables. What if we did... I'm going to actually I'm so lucky that I get the chance to do this just because I have like infinite iron in my world. Nope. Shift. Do we do the mangrove on the inside or do we do it on the outside? Oh, maybe we'll switch them in a minute just to see what it looks like. Pteranodon skeleton hanging from the ceiling on the top floor, circular glass floor beneath it, so people on the second floor can see it. I like that. I think that would be cool. I think a lot of like there's gonna be a lot of ideas, and I'm probably gonna stream this multiple times. Just because I want this to be a really collaborative build that I'm working on. This is like the community building. This is where every member is gonna get their like little plaque, and you know, so I really want people to be able to have input onto this building. So yeah, expect more streams of this. I think that's cool. Like as a little like hallway thing. Yeah. 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 I think honestly, wait. It might be better if these No, I can't do those as slabs because then you get the smithing table, and that's not what we want. Yeah. Maybe wait. Hold on. Maybe we put No. I think it stays as it is. Yeah. Regardless, I know this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about overwhelming with ideas. Please keep giving me ideas. What's up, Banana? How we doing? I really want people's input on this because it is going to be the main. It's gonna be you guys that like this building is for. Like, this is like I know you could say like every build that's gonna be in the Dinos world is for you guys, but this one is truly for you guys. It's meant to show off like the amazing stuff. I'm gonna put fan art in this too. So like some people have been making me fan art, so I really wanna highlight that as well. So that's kind of another reason I'm working on this is like I want a space in the Dinos world that I can throw all the amazing fan art that everyone's made. You know what? Let's do stairs. And we'll just completely wrap around, maybe. And then in the gaps, boom, 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 boom. Something like that. I think that's cool. It gives some depth. Maybe like the center ones we branch it out just a tad. That one's one off. Nope. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. Are you thinking of putting some fossils on the walls, like paintings or something? Yeah, we definitely will be putting lots of paintings, all the fan arts and stuff. Like, definitely would gonna use immersive paintings to show off the fan art and some like dinosaur drawings and stuff. Yes, Banana, this is for the solo series. This is gonna be going in Medino's world as like the visitor center and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what we're busy working on at the moment. Gonna do stairs. Gonna do stairs. And I'll probably add some like texture into these stairs because they are kind of repeated. So we might throw in some like just regular andesite stairs or something. I really wish I had the tough building blocks that are in modern updates of the game. Like, I would really enjoy having, you know, all that. I think this one needs to be like this, so that way when the front desk can kind of serve as the break between the two. What if I did this, honestly? That might be cool. Yeah. More question. How are you getting to your park by train, plane, or boats? That's kind of something that I want to think about with this build. Is this is gonna kind of like it's gonna be interesting to figure this out. Is because currently in the Dinos world there is dirt paths everywhere. We started building from my starter house, which serves as like the owner's cabin or like a secluded little thing. But the everything has built off of that and has used a dirt path. Even the industrial stuff, which is kind of where I'm at the moment. Is like, do I make another kind of path? Um, and like the aquarium too is on that dirt path. So I'm kind of thinking that I do switch it up and maybe kind of give like an actual parking lot or something to this build. And this is kind of like where you show up to park and stuff. So, um, oh yeah, don't worry. There's gonna be one of every skeleton in the mod. That is something I genuinely wanted to throw in this building. It's gonna be this build like it's kind of big already. Like I think in terms of the scale we have right now, this is almost as big as the aquarium build. I want it to be bigger, like at least 3 times bigger than what we have right now. And I was kind of thinking that like out the back there might be a break almost, and there will be like a bridge connecting two buildings. So like imagine we have like a big box art gallery over here, and it's connected to the second floor right there, if that makes sense. Yeah. Maybe. Well, so I might do Jeeps because my dad is actually he likes to go off-roading in a Jeep he renovated or fixed up. So it might be really cool to like make some Jeeps that like are going through all the hiking trails. I should do that for him. I think that'll be really cute. Yeah. I think I actually will do that. Just some like Jeeps that are going in like an off-road trail. Fern made a really cool video um for his like Bracky and I want to say it was Brackies. Am I thinking no? One of the dinosaurs he did Jeeps that were like going through the jungle. Mwah! Chef's kiss. They look so cool. So I don't want to steal too much from him, but I'm definitely gonna try and like do my own version. Um, you know, but let's see. Let's see. This room is looking good for no decoration. Like it looks really nice. And then I think I really want I think it would be cool to almost have a window here. What do we think? Like maybe this is another like like a desk or something where you buy like tickets maybe? Like you walk in here and then boom, there's another desk right here. Or something. Maybe like some kind of checkout something. Oh yeah, an abandoned Jeep or like a stuck Jeep would be really cool. Yeah, I think I now have to do some kind of Jeep off-roading something in my world. It's just kind of a necessity now because like I said, my dad he was literally president of like a Jeep club, so I like have to for him. Okay, so this floor this actually works out because now this will be the actual floor, right? So let's do. I'm just gonna throw this in for right now. And it's also okay if not every like space we build gets used in this build. It probably will, just with how massive this whole thing is. But it's okay if it doesn't. Does this have... Okay, that's 2 there. So this... Okay. You know, honestly, what we could do is this is... So... Because this doesn't make sense to be dark oak as the floor. what if instead we did similar trick to how we have it here? Because I kind of like the red as an accent up top, right? Like I like that vibe, I want to say. So we'll do it again. Let's run it back and try it out again. How do you imagine dinosaurs existing in the world of your park? Do you think it's like a Jurassic World situation where dinosaurs live everywhere, or just a Jurassic Park situation? I think it's a kind of a Jurassic World situation where they live everywhere. But I also don't want to be too close to the guys over at Test Dummies, because they have a really cool series where like it's kind of the same thing. They're doing dinosaurs in the real world, but like way better than Jurassic Park ever did, or Jurassic World movies ever did. So I don't want to step on their toes too much, you know, just because they've got a really amazing series. If you've not seen, I'm gonna butcher it, but it's the PWCC. It's the Prehistoric Wildlife Conservation Series, and they do prehistoric field guides where they like bring all the dinos in. They do really amazing like videos where they kind of like make it almost a movie. And they're really entertaining to watch. So, like, literally go watch those guys. It's so cool. I got a tour of their park. And yeah, they put a lot of care and attention into really trying to make it feel, like, really cool. I'm explaining this so bad. But they also do the, like, dinosaurs in the real world sitch. So I don't want to copy them too much, you know? So yeah, just figuring out how to actually do all the stuff that I want to do without being like derivative. I'm gonna take all this back because I haven't ended up liking where this roof is going. So let's go like this, and we can do the same thing we did in this one, honestly. Just for consistency's sake, I want to say, but I might change it later. We'll let's just get mangrove planks to begin with. I gotta head off, Jess. Have so much fun. Thank you for tuning in. Great having you. Yeah, so trying to actually make the world, I guess, feel, you know, like it is lived in, and that dinosaurs are like living in this world and like interacting with people is one of the challenges I do face of like how do I reason this in a way that makes logic sense and isn't dumb. And like I've never been a big lore person, you know, where everything has to be thought out lore as to why everything is happening, but it's just kind of like the theme I've gone with the builds, so I'd like to keep it going, because I like consistency, between like my builds and stuff. Obviously, I've been growing as like a builder, even just as we've been playing the Dinos world, so it's kind of hard to maintain some of that consistency, but and like staying in the same style is kind of hard, but I try. Do you think you'll build a lab where the animal's made, or maybe a hatchery? I think I might put I might do a lab, but it might be more of a research center instead of an actual lab, like that, not like a Jurassic Park style lab, but think more along the lines of like, you know how museum basements have a research lab for like fossils and stuff, like something along those lines, or like how lots of national parks have like a research building or something. I think that's probably something more akin to what I'd do. Less less genetic lab, more of like research and development lab. So kind of like they're going out into the park studying the animal behavior. Think like Jurassic Park 2, you know, where it's more like they're going out and researching and then bringing it back to like the trailers or what would be a lab building. Lore of the Park, Teddy Roosevelt on a raptor. hold on, because now I need someone to make that fan art, like of just someone in a Teddy Roosevelt skin, like riding a dinosaur, so I can put it in this building. If anyone here is good at fan art and can do that, please. I like genuinely need that now. Like that would be so funny to like have like in my office, you know, like behind me just Teddy Roosevelt riding a dinosaur. That would be so funny. Please, please make that. I think that's so cool. Let's see. Where was I? I was doing things and then I got distracted. Um, Maybe spruce. Like maybe we just kind of spruce it up along here. And then that's the front desk, kind of. Maybe some stairs. Like such. And then we'll actually do this. There we go. Maybe something like that. I think this is a little weird. Like along the side there. But I want to have some kind of transition. So maybe something like this. I don't know. But definitely I want to... Not there, because that goes into the hallway where I want things. This. That'll be a door of some variety. We're going to do... What flooring did I do? I did this and this. Honestly, behind here doesn't matter that much. But it still kind of matters to me. Don't need horses. Give a raptor to this man. Yep. I think I like genuinely if someone puts that in the art channel just anytime somewhat soon, I think I might like that'll be the peak of my channel. We could hit like 1 million subscribers and my favorite moment will literally just be when that one person made Teddy Roosevelt riding a velociraptor for me as like fan art. That's all I really need in my life. I think like I could retire, you know, if someone made that. I won't actually, but I could, you know. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then like once we get like shelves and like actual furniture and stuff like that, that'll elevate that section a lot more. And then you can kind of come through here. This will be either like a mural or a desk, like another, like, I don't know, maybe some kind of like ticket booth or something, like book your tour here. Like this is where you go, or like this is where you stop when you have like, you know, your stuff and you need to get like some information like, hey, what trail is this? Where do I go? And then they'll tell you there. Honestly, let's do this. I think will look a little bit better. Yeah, that looks nice, I think. Good enough. Idea for the park Gallimimus riding lessons. That would be cool. Like little like park rangers and stuff. Like having stuff like that. Sorry, I need to text someone back. There we go. Like a little like kind of like riding lessons or like animal interactions. Like I do want to put some more national park like style stuff into the park. Because you know, it's kind of hard when you're making a YouTube series. Like, you know, I kind of have to jump between the different dinosaurs and be like, I built this enclosure, you know, I'd spend 100,000 days building, you know, one enclosure, and I kind of want to like I kind of push myself to get like those like one enclosure per episode builds done, and that doesn't leave a lot of time for the smaller details, you know, like the kind of stuff like I've got a restroom in the park, and stuff like that. So like I do want to kind of take some time slow down a little bit and really try and work on some of those details, you know? So that is something that's kind of on my radar. But this room looks cool. This room looks cool. And so that's kind of like the big things I had planned out. So I guess it's time to actually return to the outside and work on this, which is kind of scary, I won't lie. Let's do... Okay, let's see here. This is going to be something. I need something here. So let's see. This is gonna... I might honestly, you know what? I can carry this over, like this design element, to the other side. Yeah, that's true. Like, small details are like... There's something I obsess over a lot, and I have to remind myself, like, hey, these aren't important right now. Get the video out. So, like, you'll get a little bit of that in tomorrow's episode, where I kind of probably spent more time than I really should have on, like, some of the small stuff around the aquarium. But it's stuff that in my brain, like, it really helps me be like, oh, this is cool. Like, I like what has happened with this. So, you know, small stuff like that. Yeah, I am gonna definitely put, I've never been to the New York City Natural Museum. I would love to go, but I haven't been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna do 15 on this side. I feel like that's sizable enough for what we need. At least for one of the galleries. I think that's good. Yeah, we'll do that. And then what did I do? I did stairs and slab. I think that will be good like that. Then we can throw all of this along. So kind of mimicking what we had over at the front a little bit. And just giving me a reason to expand this out. And we can actually use our Axiom. I know I could probably like do a lot of this in Axiom, but I also think when you're using Axiom, it's easy to forget how big you're making this stuff. And then when you actually go to build it in survival, it's ginormous, and you never want to actually build it. So I want to keep all of that in mind. So let's do one here. Is this a 1 block? Yeah, this is 1 block up. So honestly, this needs to all... This is definitely going to be hard. So... Because these are not going to be on the same level, which is going to be difficult to manage. But I think we could do it. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard because this is on an up slab, so I might need to... like, lower this down a bit. Maybe I do, like, a 2 block offset, so like those are 2 blocks everywhere, and we'll do just along like this. I want to say we'll just cut it off there. Kind of like this. It's kind of hard because these are slab layers, so kind of hard to not accidentally break stuff. So that'll be like our seating area, I suppose. It's kind of hard because the wall is right there. Actually, you know what? Idea. I've got an idea. What if, instead of doing all this malarkey, we kind of just put a raised seating area. So essentially, we just put another block here, right? So we'll do, let's do some stone. So let's do, honestly, we could do this pattern again. Yeah, I like it. We'll do this. But yeah, I genuinely really want that Teddy Roosevelt thing. Like, the first person that makes that is forever won my heart. Not that it's a competition, but, you know, because you all kind of have my undying love and respect for even watching today's stream. You guys are the real OGs, because I will say this is probably not the most interesting thing, considering I'm just kind of here building and yapping, and like going back on stuff and like, you know, being indecisive. There's gonna be a lot of indecisive moments, depending on how much longer I keep going. But we've been going for an hour, so not too bad. But you guys have been giving me good ideas, and that's kind of what I wanted out of today. You know. Here we go. There we go. And then we'll do andesite in all the little gaps along here. I think this will be really cool as like a little patio almost. And we can also throw in some what's it called? Planters that'll have like the prehistoric plants as well. No, I am really excited for like, because I've kind of been thinking about this build since we were working on the swamp projects. So like I've been brainstorming stuff to put in this building, and now I need to fit all of the ideas I've had into one building, which means that there is a lot that needs to go in here, and it's mostly like fossil displays and like different sections of things, but like putting it all into one thing is going to be definitely a challenge. So honestly, I think we throw railing along here. And that kind of doubles up the railing, right? And we'll do, honestly, like, let's do like this. I think that's cool. There we go. Perfect. I think that's cool. I think, honestly, we probably should do that for this one, too. So, just kind of actually connecting all of these up really quickly. There we go. And that creates a cool effect. And then this leaves a perfect amount of room for our skylights, which these are going to be 1, 2. Can I do another one here? I can. It kind of looks weird on the bottom, though. Like, I could fit it in, but I don't think it works too good. So we'll do glass. And let's do probably light gray again. But we'll do this pattern. Do you have create vehicles installed? You could create a genuine off-road vehicle. I don't have create vehicles installed. I have create deco, and then the copycats mod are the create like add-ons I have. I don't even think I have Steam and Rails. Mostly because my biggest fear for this world is that it gets corrupted. And so like some of those are a little, I don't want to say risky, but they are a little bit risky. Or have known to be. Even create deco, which I was on the fence about adding in the first place, because it is a little, or has been known to be just a little bit buggy at times. How many? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're gonna add. Yeah, this is meant to be like this. Yeah, there we go. So that looks cool. Like kind of having the skylights there, and then we can throw like, we could do what's up. I don't remember who said it earlier, but we can throw in like the vent right here. You know, like maybe just get some rails. Do the old rails trick, you know? Something like that, or just some more industrial stuff. like in that little section, but like then there is like a cool little patio. And then when you're actually in the building, let's see how this looks. Oh, that is cool. Like having that little bit. We might I wonder if there's a way that I can like enunciate it even more. I think the spruce around it is a little weird, so I'm gonna take it off around the skylights at least. Let's see, around here as well. Okay. That's a start. We might try and find something to throw. What if that whole stripe was just a long skylight? I would say yes, but then that's just a lot of glass in this one bit, which means when it'll be nighttime at some point, so it'll be just kind of hard to light up, I think. But maybe we just do around like this. And it will kind of make the roof feel maybe a little bit flat. But let's see. Does that look good? Yeah, I think it does. I think it looks cool. Cool enough to warrant some cool points, you know? No, can't do that. Let's see. What could be done? I'm gonna try this, but I might not like it. I think maybe switch here. Yeah. Maybe this? No, I don't like it. I was attempting, but I don't like it. I was attempting to make it look interesting. Didn't work. And that's okay. You know, sometimes you have to try things and then it doesn't work out and then you have to delete it. But it's important to try because sometimes you strike gold. Doesn't Deco have actual air conditioning units? In the aquarium backrooms. Oh no, those I think are just the encased fans that are in regular Create. Fan. Yeah, I could do that, but the reason I didn't is because they have the wood on the side, which I don't always like. The reason they work so well in the aquarium is because I was able to input them into the wall and hide the wood behind, but I can't do that just because it's a half slab floor right there, which would make it so you see the wood, which since we're going for kind of stone up here, that ain't gonna work. And we'll do this along here. This will be interesting to figure out how this works. I might have to do like kind of like a stair floor down here or something. I don't really know. But this will look cool as something. It's looking cool. Like from an outside perspective, I want to say it's looking pretty cool. I kind of want like some of those planters I was talking about. So maybe one like right there and then another right there. And then do I do another one? Do I do one like maybe right there? I feel like that's too much. I think we do just the couple. Do I have trapdoor varieties that I like? We'll do like this. There we go. Cool. I think that's good. And then acacia and birch leaves. Look good. As our backdrop. Perfect. And we'll just go grab some of the plants that we did down here. Specifically these guys, these guys, these guys. Boop. Boop, boop, and boop. Cool. And we'll do, I want to say the flowers there. Maybe just the horsetails. Yeah, I think that's cool. Hey, lizard. Oh, they've been starting at 1 a.m. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Giant fossil and archaeology trees getting their own. You know what? I think I will probably end up doing a greenhouse for a lot of the plants, like a botany section that probably won't be included in this build, but it is something I have been thinking about as a future build project, because I do like I've been saying on some of the streams, I want to keep doing builds to kind of break up the enclosures, because if I just keep doing enclosures, that means that the series is going to end at episode 60. And since I don't want that to happen, you know, I would like to keep playing on the world for a long time, because it's what it's what my channel is about. Like a lot of people, like I was talking about it, like you know, lorikeet, fern, and like leaf mutt have had really big success on the Dragons SMP, which is like really cool. Like I saw Leaf Mutt's video she posted today, got like 1,003 hours, which like blew my mind. Like when we joined the SMP, we were kind of on the same level. So like I know I could definitely just make other content that would do better, other than just, you know, Minecraft Dinosaurs on my single player world, or the SMP. And like I know like those kinds of things, like if I branched out and did other content, that would be better for my channel. But I really don't want to, almost. Not like nothing wrong with the content. I just play Minecraft Dinos because I play Minecraft Dinos. And it's all I really have time for. So like it's what I like to put my time towards. And that doesn't look right. Sorry. Breaking my train of thought. What was I trying to say? Basically, like, I know I could make other kinds of content and it would do probably a lot better for me, but I want to spread out what I do on this channel, and really try and make mostly Dinos content. Like, I want to carry this world on for a very long time, if I can, if at all possible. But you can make a greenhouse vertical like the gardens in the bay in Singapore. Send Lizard, I'm gonna give you a challenge. Send some pictures of that in my Discord. I'll have a look at it after stream, because I don't know what you're I don't know what you're referencing, but I will look at it once the stream is over and see, because I really think that the greenhouse will be its own build. Just because I want it to have like, one, I want an episode out of it or something, and two, like I want it to have like its own thing. Just because there are so many plants in the mod, I want to show them all off in a way that's good. I like those doors. Those are cool. I think like this is looking good, I want to say. Maybe another planter. How long did I did 5. Okay, we're gonna basically just copy this one, but out in the middle. There we go. And then maybe in this one we do some more of the tall plants. I want to say we can do Because we do need to switch it up, you know, occasionally for these. Because I do want to incorporate a lot of the plants throughout this build. I think that's cool. Yeah. I think that's cool. Maybe that means one more, like right here. Yeah. Why not? Maybe we make this one like really small. So like this one's only like too big. And we kind of grow this one out with more leaves, and then we get let's do these guys, the ones that I didn't end up using. Yeah. Why not? I think that looks cool from afar. And then we'll have some like tables and chairs. So I'll get some signs and trapdoors. I kind of want to say like we'll have table. We'll just do a classic like Minecrafty table with like a fence. We'll do. What would be a nice? We'll just keep it with spruce, honestly. Like, or maybe we do an oak pressure plate. Yeah, just something simplistic that can look cool. We'll do like another one right in here. I think I can get a sign. Yeah, I can get a sign in there. That one. I cannot get a sign on the other one, which is unfortunate, but you probably won't notice. And then we'll do maybe one more. Yeah, I think that will look very cool. Come, place. Okay, I did it. I think this is cute. Maybe like one more here. There we go. I think that's kind of like all over the place and kind of what I had envisioned. I think that's cute. And then, you know, it might be cool to have like maybe just somewhere on here that I can find, like maybe on this one. Yeah. No, not that. We'll do just a little bit of antenna lighting, you know, give it a little bit of that technical vibe, just a little bit, you know. Let's see, did we get the, where is this? Ah, thank you, Lizard. That is really cool. Yeah, no, I can definitely take like inspiration from that, and then like a couple other things. Like the greenhouse will definitely probably end up being its own video just for the sake of, you know, it's, I really want to show off all of the like plants in the mod in some meaningful way. And I just think there's going to be so much already in this one that I should probably give them their own thing. Sorry, I'm trying to like give this a little bit of interest, but I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, I think those just have to stay as they are. You love the vertical walkways there. Which ones? Oh, in the thingy. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, did I build vertical walkways? No, yeah, no. Those pictures look really cool. I think I could definitely like take a lot of inspo from them. Okay, we're gonna do... Honestly, let me just do the stat command. And then we'll do... We'll do like this, I think. I think that's cool. And then, yeah, so this will be the main... I want to say structure, I guess, but like one of the main shapes we have going through the whole thing. Kind of like this. I think that's cool. Yeah, okay. And so now, like, so this, since this, that's like the main shape, now we're gonna try and break it up in different and exciting ways. So the first thing that I'm gonna kind of keep in mind is that I want, so this is the front. We need to kind of have something off to the side here. And what that is, I don't really know. Huh. Because, so, let's see. I don't know what the roof is going to look like is the big problem. Like, I just don't have an idea for what the roof is going to be. Oh, you don't know what this is, Lizard? This is going to be the info center, or like the visitor center almost, of the park on the Dinos World. And it's going to essentially act as like, kind of like a place where I put all of my park maps, put a members wall, so that way everyone that like is a member of the channel can have like a spot built into the world where their like name is. So it's gonna be, yeah, so it's gonna be park maps, members wall. It's gonna have all the dinosaur skeletons in it, and then any fan art that anyone makes. I'm gonna really try and fit everything into this. This is only about a third of what I want to build. This is only a third. Like, I want to expand it out this way as well. This is gonna go out, like, I don't know how much yet, because I want this build to like go around this way, and then I'm even thinking that we build like a kind of a bridge between this building and a secondary building. But all of that's gonna have to come later, once I've got more of a clear picture of what I want. But so far, I am liking what we have right now. I think that this is currently. I think this is pretty cool. Like, just in terms of our progress. Like, I was kind of uncertain in the first half, but I'm feeling a lot better about it now. I think the plants definitely help a lot. You know, plants always help a tremendous amount. I think I'm honestly going to get rid of that one. Yeah, I need to figure out how I'm going to do the roof. And so this might be the biggest challenge I face today. Honestly, though, what if I kind of brighten it up with the spruce? Because we're kind of going for, like, a national park theme, so, like, wood is kind of like something... Wood and stone is kind of what I'm basing this build off. Like, the aquarium was very industrial and very, like, stony. I need to embrace, like, actually building a big thing out of wood. So maybe we do something along these lines, okay? Maybe we do... This is gonna look weird for a second. But again, I am asking for your trust. That if it looks bad, I won't use it. That's the trust I need. I can't tell you guys how many designs I've come up with for different things that I've ended up scrapping. Like, did you know that the aquarium had about two to three different designs before I actually built it? And in the first design, there wasn't a glass roof, and that's why I think I ended up not liking it so much. Yeah, they're like a lot of the builds, like especially the structure ones, go through at least a test build. Like that's the gazebo for the swamp. I built it in this world first before I actually followed through building it. But we're gonna attempt. So that is definitely like it's made an overhang. Yes. Let's do. Oh, have I? 1, 2, 3. This should be able to work, right? 1, 2, 3. Why does it have a 2 block? Oh, I see. Because I did mess up. If I wanted to do this, this has to go around. Come on, place. There we go. There we go. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then that's got a 5 block, which I'm going to be okay with. And behind it, I think this is where we throw in the mangrove that I was doing earlier. I think that this is an opportunity for that. Just gonna kind of carry it all the way along. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna shorten that one. Or actually no. We'll do. It's kind of hard to like actually figure out what's happening or like doing them like I'm just doing my best guesstimation of what everything should be looking like. So something like that. And then I think do we cap it off with slabs? Or I think cap it off with slab and then do maybe a dark oak trimming. Because that kind of makes it a little bit crazy, I want to say. But I kind of enjoy it. Please give input. I would love some creative input from the chat. I know I think there's 5 of you is what I see. But you guys are my team. You guys are my brain cells, and I need your help. Because I am so indecisive when it comes to building and figuring out if what I've built looks good or not to an outside perspective. But honestly, maybe a double up almost. I'm gonna just kind of do this one. Like maybe something like that. What do we think? I think it looks a little bit weird on this side, so I guess I should probably look like right here. How does that make us feel? Does that make us feel joy? Make us feel happiness? I guess I should probably carry it over yet another side. To sell the full effect. You like it, Lizard? Okay, you honestly, dude, you're the only opinion that matters at this rate. Because I think you are goated. This might be a problem here. Problem spot. I've isolated a problem spot. Wherein this is supposed to be... I'll just have to do 5 again, I think. Yep. Okay. And this red with the mangrove kind of leaves us open to like texture it with like netherrack and stuff. So I think that's something that I'll probably end up doing. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Cat? You know, you're just the guy I probably was gonna send this to after. How you feeling? What are your opinions on this? This is gonna be the info center for my park, like the visitor center almost. Um, we're getting somewhere. I don't know if we're finished anytime soon, but we're acquiring a level of something. It's gonna be something someday, you know. Um, so why it's giving, you know what? Maybe a little bit. Maybe it's just the red and like kind of the ornamentation at the top. I think I might end up like, I don't know. Maybe I'll end up giving it another. Maybe wait, honestly, maybe I do these as stairs. Looks peak. What's your? I don't really know. I don't really know how many people will be coming here. Lore is something that I loosely think of. But I don't know how many people I should expect to show up to this. Because I want to say that, like, it'd be pretty popular, almost like Yellowstone. Oh, and keep in mind, what we have currently, Light, is probably about a third of how big I want this to be. Currently, this is just the front corner. I would like it to kind of go another ways. Like, it should be probably 3 times the size of the aquarium when it's done. Because I want to fit in, I want to fit in every fossil and leave room for updates. I want to have a hall dedicated for fan art. I want to have a members wall, kind of like Stampy's Garden, where I can put all my members, which includes you, Light, on a little wall in the thingy. And then there was another thing. Oh, all of the maps, all of the world maps iterations. I would like to have, not all of them maybe, but like a record of them, or like just have the big one displayed and then the other ones kind of like stored in like a map room or something. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely not the full size. Like this is just probably the front quadrant, I want to say. I would like this to keep going a little ways. Um but I think it's coming out good. I think maybe once we get like more roofage in, it'll look even better. I kind of at some point want to put some uh kind of like a diagonal wall. Like I want to experiment with having like a diagonal wall. I don't know if this is the place to do it. But probably maybe like in a out this way or something. I don't know. I need to, because with this one I'm really trying to push away from the just straight blockiness that the aquarium was. That's why that this whole like front corner is a circle. Because I feel like the aquarium, like I did try and break away from that block shape that I did, but the main shape of the aquarium is a giant block. So I'm really gonna try and give this one a more interesting kind of thing. So just trying to figure out what that is and how I'm gonna execute that a lot better. Maybe no, because that'll really make it look Yeah. As it stands, I'd say it would fit maybe 4 families and 4 comfortably as like for looking around. Yeah, I mean, well, so it is kind of. I mean, it's built on a scale for me mostly. Just I think that's one of the biggest challenges I have is like, oh yeah, it's built like on a scale like for one Minecraft player. Like this is the front desk, and then this is like probably gonna be like the ticket booth for like tours and stuff. So I don't know. I need to figure out like probably like how I can push to build bigger. But I really wanted like a kind of like a desk here. Um, but maybe this takes up too much space. I don't really know. Maybe I do shrink this. Because I do see what you're saying. Not that. We'll go along here. And then we'll also go boop, 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 boop. And then maybe just kind of, boop, 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 and boop. You could have a central aviary for your Confuciusaurus, give them a proper home. Ooh. You know, that could definitely work. I think that might be better than what I had planned for, because originally I was going to put them in the aviary. Like I have a plan for the aviary that it like has all the things separate, but that might be a good idea for this one, as it was the first yeah, that as a mini attraction, that would look really sick. Because it does kind of not fit in with the, you know, with the pterosaurs. So yeah, no, I think putting it into here would be a really fun idea. Yeah, I like that. Because then I can have like a dinosaur actually in this build. Then I can jokingly say that I built this entire thing to just be the Confuciusaurus enclosure. And I feel really bad because Fusion has been in that little chicken coop for going on like 1,000 Minecraft days. And he is definitely not had a great life in there. It is 6x2 or something. I don't remember how big it is, but it is small. Well, I think when I say aviary, what I really mean is again with that one, I was gonna do like an avian research center, so it wouldn't actually be like a Jurassic Park aviary. It would be more like Falcon aviaries or something like that, or like Falcon like training facilities, which I got inspired by the guys over at Test Dummies. I shouted them out earlier. Actually, like, you weren't here yet, but I shouted you guys out earlier. But they have a couple of things that are kind of designed like that. Gave me some ideas of what I kind of want for my aviary. And I'm definitely still thinking on this. We need to like probably put some windows. Windows would probably make things nicer. I'm just gonna do, how many? Did 2 blocks from that. We'll do like through there. Peak. We have more plans for stuff like that. Yeah, like, so because I don't want to do just, you know, like, oh, here's my Jurassic Park aviary, you know. Like, again, I said it earlier, like, there's a lot of people, especially in the Minecraft dinosaur sphere, that do, you know, like, the Jurassic Park aviary or the Jurassic Park visitor center. And whilst those builds are absolutely incredible, and the people that do them so well, that's not the style of my park. So I don't think I can do it justice by like building the Jurassic Park aviary. I need to like really try and push myself to do something just slightly different. Um, and that's definitely a little difficult, I want to say, um, to get like those original ideas. Like, cause it would be real nice to just build a giant dome and call it a day. But I think that's cool. Was more humane than the real world aviaries. Well, I will say that the JW like aviary should not have stood up. Like as like I kind of don't believe that that thing would be structurally sound or be strong enough to resist being rammed by pteranodons. Maybe they had like some really strong steel stuff, but I think like if you give a proper home to like real world aviaries, like if they're obviously good, you know, and not like evil, um, then they do like actually give like their animals the things they need. And the thing I would kind of be doing is the almost like the pteranodons and stuff that would be in my aviary, quote unquote, would be pteranodons that need like medical attention or like can't survive in the wild on their own. Like it would kind of be something like that, like kind of a not like a medical facility, but kind of a like hey, these dudes are here because they like need to be kind of like parakeet falcons. Like I read a book on that when I was a kid, and I don't know how they're doing nowadays, but that kind of media like stuck in my brain. So that's kind of the vibes I want for them. That's probably why there's going to be only one Quetz. One because I kind of imagine that they're rare in the world just because they're so big. But I also like will probably only build one big one. But because of how it was built, it would not be more humane. You do not want to have real cliffs in a zoo enclosures because that leaves room for real cliffs are probably bad. Yeah, but like lore wise for my park, it will probably be like kind of more of a rehabilitation facility for flying reptiles and not like a desert, because like the whole thing about my park is that it's not a zoo, you know? Like it is intentionally not a zoo, and it is not something that is specifically made for guests to come to see the dinosaurs. It's really meant to be like, "Hey, honey, you want to go hiking today?" "Oh yeah, that sounds great. Let's go." Like that's the lore of my park, is that it is meant to be like Yellowstone. And the dinosaurs you all see, whilst yes, every time I build something I call it an enclosure, it's really been meant to be more of a it's meant to be like more of like a nature encounter, like you run like how you run into groups of bison in Yellowstone and stuff, you know? Like it's really not supposed to be a zoo, I want to say. And I think it's hard to like break away from that in the kind of niche that I occupy on YouTube, you know? Do those windows look good? I think I think they look good. Yeah, light, but we kind of started at the same time. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. Like, I feel like we are very similar. That is why I did take a lot of screenshots when I was going through for inspo. Um, yeah, but like a lot of what I want to do for my world, um, is supposed to be very like natural and stuff. So I think I'm gonna move, or I think I'm gonna take out this center one, and then we're gonna find something else. Maybe, hmm, yeah, they do. They do like. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how to like kind of not, exactly copy that or like mimic that. Like, yeah, I think it's a cool style, but I don't think it's exactly what I want. You know. Oh yeah, you're doing a dino. Like, I have also thought of like a medical facility because it does like, but I think maybe not a medical facility like for general. Just maybe just like yeah the pterosaurs. It's just I also like you got to keep in mind the what's it called, the endless like YouTube series. I never want my series to just end. So I want to keep trying to find builds to do, And it gets harder and harder cuz like it is easy to just go through and be like, "Oh yeah, let's get the entire mosasaur enclosure done." Or let's do this thing. Um it's kind of hard to not like just be like, "Oh, let's do this enclosure," cuz that is what's going to do the best. Which is why I'm excited for you guys to see the video that's coming out tomorrow. Shout out to the video that's coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be the Mosasaur Lagoon. I've been working on it for I want to say over a month. So pretty cool. You should check it out. Comes out noon EST. And I think it's a good video. I spent a lot of time on it. So I'm gonna hope it's a good video. I don't know what I'm adding right now. I just thought it would be cool to kind of recess those walls a little bit. I don't know. It kind of adds a little bit of depth. I don't know if I like 100% vibe with it, but if I do it, maybe on this one as well. Just in the background of this planter. What was that? That was a bone meal, maybe. I think that's cool. Yeah, I kind of like those recesses. It adds a little bit of interest into the wall. And the texturing that I kind of want to do as well will definitely help with some of these areas. Not that. I will say one of my favorite features of Axiom, because I do like the first person build more than anything, but I really love the ability to just replace blocks without having to break them. Like that feature of Axiom is so fun to me, and it's so nice, especially as someone who like loves to texture and stuff. Like it's just a really good tool. I think that looks cool. Standing on block vomit? You know, I'll say this, and I'll say like it to everyone. Minecraft is your game. It is not whoever on the internet says it's yours or like how you should play. Minecraft is a sandbox game. You are supposed to play this game however you want. No one can tell you like anything. Like keep inventory. If you want it on, turn it on. If you want to play on peaceful, play on peaceful. I don't think people should hold like the community and like what everyone's telling them to do so high, because this game is meant to just be an open world experience, and you're not meant to like, care so much. So like if you want to build and you want to overtly texture, if that's the style you like and you think looks good, go for it. There's only, like Minecraft as a style has been evolving so much, just so even over the past year. Like you've got innovations all the time, and honestly it's hard to keep up. Block vomit, or like what people call block vomit, was like how we textured back in the day. And it gets tossed around, right? Yeah, like it gets tossed around a lot, but it kind of just means like over texturing, I want to say, like adding too many blocks into things and not really, considering the texture. And I think it just like making people feel bad, about their build because it's block vomit. It's kind of, in my mind, it's like, why? they put obviously a lot of time into that, and like even though it is like maybe not textured the best, they like it and they think it looks good. And I would like to say that like everyone who plays this game is constantly improving. Any kind of art form, if you just keep playing or keep making art, you're just going to constantly keep improving. And so if where you're at right now is block vomit, quote unquote, I want to say, or just like, maybe you're not the best at texturing, starting with block vomit is better than not attempting at all, in my opinion. Like trying to learn some of those techniques and to keep practicing. Those kinds of things really do like help elevate your building skills as you just keep playing. Minecraft is not like I'm a good or bad builder. It's I'm a working to learn how to be a better builder, or I'm like keep progressing, Um some people use blocks for texture, some use them for color, some layer different blocks to get specific shapes, and there is no wrong or bad way to build. There is only your style, what you bring uniquely to your world. There is only how you want to play the game. So, if you want to play the game differently than someone else, do it. It's going to be worth it. It's how you have fun in this game, is playing how you want to play. So, I don't think, people should care so much if people like call their stuff block vomit. Like I think block vomit is probably definitely a thing, and like as from an artistic view, yeah, you can over texture, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's really endearing that people like took the time to think about texturing enough to even do block vomit. You know? No. Now me, I do tend to lean towards the actual like try and think about shadows and stuff. I know I probably have some block vomity stuff even in the Dinos world, and stuff that's not textured the best. But I do try and think about it when I can, and try and really consider like, oh, this is what I can put here and here to really, make this like feel nice, like more textured. It's a hard balance, and I think everyone's constantly learning how to build in this game. So I don't think you should be like, I don't think anyone should be upset at like themselves if they're like at a stage of the game or at the stage of building where they just do block vomit. I think it's a perfectly valid step. I know I've been there. Like a lot of my old texturing was literally just like stone with cobblestone slabs and stairs, and that was what I considered a cliff. It was literally just build the shape out of stone and then use cobblestone to like create all the stuff. And even if you go back to YouTubers and stuff, like YouTubers, like if you go back to Scars videos, like Good Times with Scars, from like I want to say like 5 years ago, before he was like really big on the Hermitcraft, like before he even got like really big, like some of his old builds, they look old and they look dated and they look block vomity. Mog Swamp even admits that like he's got sections of his world that are kind of block vomity, and it's okay to like if that's your stage, if that's the stage you're building in, go for it, Just keep building, keep working, keep improving, Our goals as zookeepers is provide enrichment. Yeah, true. You gotta like zoos are like a weird balance of things, because obviously you really ideally want the animals to just be back in their natural habitat. Like that's the ideal situation, but several animals like can't be reintroduced because they've been raised in captivity and stuff like that. So I don't know. Zoos are a weird mix of like welfare of the animals, needing funding by like profiting off of people seeing the animals, so like making sure your guests and stuff are good, and also like animals and stuff like that are expensive, so like making sure they don't get hurt and stuff. Like from a financial point, like keeping animals safe is like what you need to do from moral and financial for both zoos. Like you got to keep the animals safe. It just designing zoos is hard. It's just like a standpoint of like there's so many different considerations and facets. That's why I didn't end up ever really getting into Planet Zoo. There was just too much going on. I couldn't think. Couldn't build, couldn't do anything. Okay, I need to figure out where we're going from here. Because the roof needs more work. but I don't know how to do. Um, hmm. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the outside because this needs to go some way. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna move to the inside. We're gonna do an inside thing. Um, we're gonna attempt to do some stuff on the inside. We can do like so. How many? I did 3, 2, 3. Like so, I want to say. That kind of looks weird from the ground floor, but from up here, it kind of makes sense. This needs to go over one. Or like it makes sense in my brain space that these go here. Tail catfish that were donated because their owners couldn't keep them in their massive sizes. Yeah. Company that made the dinosaurs for them to be safe to avoid. Yeah. Like definitely, especially if you're like considering engine as like they're not worried about nature, let's be honest. You know, they're not worried about the dinosaurs safety or anything. They are definitely too preoccupied to really care about all that. So I would say that yeah, they one of their biggest concerns would be making sure that the dinosaurs stay safe. Because you know, if you have like a dinosaur that's like what they say like the Indominus Rex called in Jurassic World, like it was millions and millions of dollars to make something like that, you know. So for sure they're gonna want to keep it like as safe as humanly possible. Is this an even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is. Huh. Didn't realize I'd had done that. Honestly, let's do that. That's cool. They had money. Yeah. I guess it depends on the dinosaur too. Because like I bet they would definitely care about the T-Rex. Like if the T-Rex died, because like how old was Rexy when the first tour happened? Because they made what? They made 7 T-Rexes, I want to say. If I remember lore correctly. They made about 7 T-Rexes, but Rexy was the only one they actually used. So, like they technically had more T-Rexes to use, but you know, like she was the only one that actually made it to the island or to Nublar. We'll do. So this is going to be the first fossil display. So we kind of need to figure out what fossils are going to go on here. Oh, Rexy was only 5? Dang, she grew fast. I don't think that's realistic in any... Is that realistic? Did T-Rexes actually grow that fast? Because no way, right? I kind of feel like that's a no way situation that's realistic. That's got to be like like growth additives or something crazy. Right? No way. Because that just seems, that's like crazy fast, you know? We're going to do... Let's see if we can do... Not realistic, probably genetic. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because I was like, no way. What was Rexy on? You know? Do we? I think yes. This one's a little funky because I did it on the corner, but I think that looks cool. Comfortable size. Yeah, that's... Aw. That's sad. There's a lot of things like that in, like, the Jurassic Park lore that is, like, really sad. Like, Rexy having growth pains, like, you know, like, growing pains all of her life. That's really, like, that is really sad to think about, you know? Huh. You know what? This might be cool for the fossil display. Let's get some biofossils going. I bet you actually that these are gonna be kind of too small. Actually, I wanna do para in this corner back here. I think that's the only one I'm certain on. No. Give me the parasaur. This is always, again, my least favorite segment. Coda breaks and replaces the skeletons. I will say, someone talked about the Pteranodon on the ceiling. The only problem I have with that is that if I put the... Oh. Well, that's just perfect, ain't it? If I put the Pteranodon in the ceiling, it just kind of is perched. Like, it's on its sit animation, which I wish I could change. Like, I really wish I could make it, like, flying. Because, you know, it looks weird just being sat there without its wings outstretched, you know? There's a summon. Summon fossil. Parasaurolophus _ What would the thing be? There's a bio fossil. Yeah, I don't think they're right. Oh, well, I got him, so haha. I think Poe and Hyper lie. They are like Papa. Yeah, I think they're lying to us. I think they're lying to us just so we'll shut up about asking for opposable skeletons. Oh, perfect. Ah, perfect. His tail goes through, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, come forward a little bit, buddy. I need your tail to, like, clip just a little. Probably, unfortunately. Minimal clipping. Minimal clipping. Okay, it's gone from the other side, and it looks cool. They should have a GUI. Yeah. Yeah, we've been waiting for that for forever. I full-heartedly agree that there should be some kind of, like, GUI or, yeah, like, some kind of something that just makes the whole, like, place and break process easier. Even if it's, like, just, like, Dinopedia, grab the Dinopedia and then, like, right-click on the fossil, and then it's just, like, the statues editor that Vanilla Tweaks adds, you know? Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted. Why did I do that? Please, I can type, I promise. How long have we been going? Okay, not too bad. Oh, look, he's cute. It's perfect for him. Let's see, what else is small enough to kind of get on here? We're gonna do... What can go on here? Not that guy, he big. How big is this guy? He's kind of smaller. So I kind of want to give him a smaller display. This guy big. How big... How big is he wide? Stegosaurus would be a cool one to put over on this one, maybe. Honestly, I'm tempted to learn how to mod just to make a GOI. Yeah. Fair. Spino could be a cool one for like a centerpiece. Let me try and get... Yeah, Spino might be a really cool one for like... Ooh, Pachyrhinosaurus could also go there. Stego... I'm thinking Stego or Pachyrhinosaurus for the one in the corner, but this one I want to be Spino. This is literally one of the worst things in this mod. Because they look so good, and they're so good for building. But they're just so hard to deal with. If they were to add more dinos, they'd probably be Yeah. Well, I'm just really excited for, whenever they decide to finish up the, Cedar Mountain update. I think that that's going to be a really, really cool little boost of life. Oh yeah, he too big. Too big for this room. He's got to go in the big room. Allosaurus could be a cool one. How big him? Oh, he good. Yeah, we'll do Allosaurus. Again, all of these could change when I actually build the thing in survival, because, you know, I've got to replace all these skeletons, so, like, maybe I'll, you know, maybe I'll get the Spino first and try them out. I don't think the corner fossil stand, I think this... I was going to kind of put, like, maybe one dino on each, like, end, and, like, kind of have them facing each other. But we can... That one's kind of going to be the last one I was going to look at. Of course, now I get the Spino, after trying to get him for, like, a couple turns. Cerrato. I kind of have my mind on Stegosaurus or Pachyrhinosaurus, because we need another herbivore, I want to say. Gosh darn. I also know I'm going to place the one I want, like, in one of the times where I accidentally... There it is. Okay. Yeah, I did tour it. I think the link is actually in my announcements. Either announcements or video announcements, but it was a really cool tour, the PWCC. They make a series called Prehistoric Field Guide. Phenomenal stuff. They kind of do it like almost like a show. Like an animated show, and it's really, really cool stuff. I highly recommend go checking out all of their content. Their builds are phenomenal. The videos, just as good. Go check them out. What are you waiting for? Heck, you could lead the stream. You know? Okay, this is looking cool. Okay, the one thing I'll say is the Allosaurus is roughly the same height as these two guys, so I think it's gotta be the Spinosaurus. Like, I think that we need that height variation. I think that that's the thing that's holding me back. Come on now. Give me... Not T-Rex. T-Rex has got to go in the big room. I'm like locked in trying to get this one skeleton. True. I will say that probably after I get this done, I need to probably go for the night because it's getting late my time. And I need to respond to some people that have DM'd me. There it is. Ooh, glad I broke the right one. How many stacks was that? Like that was like what? Almost like 3 stacks. So yeah, having to place down and break those 100 times, 120 times. It's not great, guys. Again. If I could have one wish for Christmas. Even though Christmas is over. Ah, he's perfect for this room. Yes. Yes. Look at him. Oh my god. Charlie. Hello. How are you? What are you doing up at this time of day? What are you doing, I'm kind of just doing these fossil stuff. And I need to respond to this person because if I don't, then I'm fired. But yeah, we have been working on the visitor center. I'm going to actually show you guys this because we're probably going to end soon, but this is the progress for the day. We've been kind of really busy trying to make this actually look good. Sorry. I do need to like probably get off of here very soon. But honestly, this is going in a really good direction, I want to say, because like for the info center and for like the visitor center, this isn't like my first thought, but I'm really excited to keep building off of this. Like it's gonna get like 3 times bigger, and I'll probably you need to start streaming on Twitch. I might. I'll look into it, maybe. But yeah, I think the progress we made today, pretty good. I think it's gonna definitely be really, really cool once this whole build is done and in the Dinos world. Like, I think it's gonna have a really cool vibe to it. I'm excited to try and find a spot that's gonna, you know, actually fit all of this crazy stuff. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for today. I wanna thank you guys for watching this honestly probably pretty boring stream because it's just been me kind of trying to force my way through this build, and you know we've gotten some progress done. I think this is gonna be a really cool build when it's done. So just so you know, video coming out tomorrow. Moses or Lagoon, you know, at noon EST. So yeah, check that out. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good night, you all. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been good. You guys are amazing, and I love you. No, I'm not ending because you joined, Charlie. I'm ending because it's getting late my time, and I have to go. But I love you. Love you. But yeah, good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. I need to press the end button. All the end buttons. Yay!